Political correctness comes to Major League Baseball as the Cleveland Indians announced their parting ways with Chief Wahoo. Well, maybe a little bit, at least. Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time, News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. According to the New York Times, Cleveland Indians will stop using Chief Wahoo, that lovable logo that the Indians sport, usually on the sleeve of their uniform. They haven't worn it on the hat or batting helmet for a while now. Instead, they replaced it with a great big C for Cleveland, but they will replace Chief Wahoo altogether. They'll retire them on their uniforms beginning in 2019, according to Major League Baseball, which said that the popular symbol was no longer appropriate for use on the field. It's appropriate for 2018. It's been appropriate since what? I think the 40s is when the Cleveland Indians started using that logo. It's been appropriate. It's been fine. But all of a sudden, it's no longer appropriate as Major League Baseball wants to bring a little diversity and inclusion and, everything else that all the other PC terms, I guess, they want to use. The logo, according to the New York Times, has been a source of anguish and frustration for those who consider it offensive, outdated, and racist. But for many of the team's fans, it's a cherished insignia, a divide that has played out at all levels of sports in recent years, with teams featuring such nicknames and insignias. Most universities have stopped using Native American nicknames, while other teams, like the Washington Redskins in the NFL, for example, have resisted growing pressure to do so. This won't help out the Washington Redskins. And by the way, I've been on Twitter, and there are people who are not happy that the Cleveland Indians will still be called the Cleveland Indians. People want to be offended by every single little thing on the planet these days, and the Chief Wahoo logo is no different. I don't think that a lot of people really look at that logo and go, racism, that's racist. The Cleveland Indians, they don't like Native Americans. They don't like Indians. Oh my gosh, they use this as a source of pride. That's why they called their team the Cleveland Indians. It's a source of pride. It's not something to be, it's not something they're trying to make fun of or be racist about. You name your team and you you design your logo around something that you're proud of. And that's what Cleveland has done. But of course, growing pressure from not only non-fans, but growing pressure from Major League Baseball as well. Now, here's the hilarious part. The Cleveland Indians will still sell merchandise with the Chief Wahoo logo on it, hats, t-shirts, jerseys, whatever, but they're just not going to feature it on the field of play. So it's okay to make money off of it. It's okay to put it in the fan store, but it's not okay to have it on the field because that's when people's mental anguish will take over. Listen, my message to Major League Baseball, if the Cleveland Indians really wanted to do this, whatever. It's their organization. That's perfectly fine if they want to change the logo. I think it's a little bit silly. I think it's stupid to get rid of your history, but still sell that history in the pro shop. But my message to Major League Baseball overall is please do not follow in the NFL's footsteps, and that is becoming the league of social justice warriorism to get out there and campaign for every liberal event that is going on. Please do not become that league. Major League Baseball really is going through, in my opinion, a renaissance. You have so many great teams and so many great players, and you have, I believe, growing interest in that sport. Major League Baseball would be wise to steer clear of the NFL model, which is, hey, let's go ahead and take a knee for the national anthem. Let's go ahead and jump into social justice warrior issues, and let's play the liberal card as many times as we can. That's not what people want. People want you to get away from the politics of the day. And also on this issue of making things politically correct, listen, Cleveland, if you believe that those who are upset about the Chief Wahoo logo and you having it in the first place are now going to be satisfied, they're not. You've given in on some ground. You gave in a few years ago. Now you've given in even more. And I guarantee you, people will not stop until you change the nickname of your ball team. And now that you've given in time and time again to make these changes in because of political correctness, people will see that you're a weak ball ball club, and people will come after you, and they will call on the Cleveland Indians to be renamed, I don't know, the Cleveland whatever they want to call it. Folks, you got to be careful on this. You give an inch, they're going to take a mile, okay? The Washington Redskins, even though I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, I want the Washington Redskins to stay the Washington Redskins. It's history. They don't mean it as anything insulting. It's not racist. Stop thinking that everything in this world is racist and offensive. It's not. Have fun, enjoy sports, and learn to laugh and, I don't know, have a little bit of fun at least, right? Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Have a great day. We'll talk later.